Hey guys, it's me, Lee, with Hey Mr. DJ, and I'm coming to you from our wedding today aboard Fantasy Yachts in Marina del Rey. This is one of our favorite venues down in the Marina, South Bay area, because we get to go out on an amazing yacht and float on the water and have a great time. It's a perfect location for us to talk about today's topic, which is backup equipment. So I'm coming to you from the Regency, and right behind me is one of their other flagships, the Dandina. So obviously being on a yacht, once we leave the dock, we're a little bit isolated. It's a bit of a different situation from having a wedding or a corporate event at a hotel where you have some resources that you could tap if something went wrong. So in other videos, I've discussed the importance of always bringing backup equipment, even if a venue has built-in sound. Even when we deal with a venue that has a built-in sound system, we still roll out with a full sound system in the car, just in case we arrive and something isn't working right that day. So you have the benefit of being able to just run right out to the parking lot and grab whatever you need from your vehicle. That's not the case in a situation like this, or also if you're doing a destination wedding, or you're just at a venue that's maybe up in the mountains where there's poor cell service, or it's a long hike and all the cars have to be parked and everyone has to be shuttled back up. In all those scenarios, it's good as a client or a couple to just check in with your vendors. Any vendor that relies on technology, we obviously DJs, sound, lighting, photo booth, but photographer, videographers, just to make sure that they have contingency plans, backup equipment, and can just reassure you so you really feel confident going in that everything is 100% handled, and if an incident was to arise, there will be an easy, quick resolution. So when you are interviewing or getting ready to book your vendors, just asking them to talk a little bit about what their plans are, what contingencies they have if something unforeseen happens, and how they resolve it. A good question is to ask, at a past event, something that went sideways, and how did you resolve it? The reality is, no matter how good a vendor is, eventually equipment can fail or there can be an upset to the timeline. So a good sign is when a vendor has an immediate story and had a resolution and can explain exactly what happened and how they solved it. And I understand that a lot of clients don't intimately know one mixer from another, or a 800 watt speaker from a 2000 watt speaker. But you can certainly just ask your potential vendor, DJ, photographer to just take you through a little bit and show you what kind of gear they have, just so you can build that comfort level to know you're dealing with a professional and that there's a contingency for every possible scenario. So us personally, for every event, we always roll with 2 laptops, fully loaded with our music libraries, and a backup iPod. So always 2 to 3 sources to play music. So if one were to go down, we could switch right to the next without any interruption during the ceremony or reception. Ditto for microphones. We'll always run 1 wireless mic, have a second one, and a 3rd corded mic, just in case that day there's a lot of funky stuff going on with the frequencies. We can switch to a hard corded mic. And again, ditto for mixer, and always an extra speaker. Oftentimes we'll show up to a venue that we're familiar with, and in the specs they said we needed 4 speakers, but we show up and surprise, they've now added another area, maybe a foyer or a patio. So it's always nice to be able to save the day and grab a wireless speaker and throw it out there and be able to provide sound. So on our website we have a list of some other questions that you can ask, and a shameless plug for my book, How to Hire a Killer Wedding DJ, is packed full of tips and tricks and things to cover with your potential DJs and vendors before you go to contract. So hope that's helpful, and we'll show you some highlights from the night. See you there.